Hello, welcome back to another episode of Good Goal, Bad Defending. It's going to be Everton against Fulham here. Frank Lampard was just at this club, so they're obviously going to be terrible at defending because it's above Frank. So we've moved the clip on a little bit because there's a couple of long balls that's been played. Basically, the entire Everton team has just been taken out by two passes, and we've got Matey Boy over here on the side. But you can also see how stretched that back four is. There's a massive gap there, and there. No one's even close to this guy. Just not even near him. Defensive midfielder, which I hate, because midfielders can't actually do roles anymore. They can't play the game properly. They just have to be stuck in a little box because they can't think for themselves anymore. That's because the coaches have overcoached them and told them one job and one job only, so that's all they do. So let's have a little look at what happens next. We move it on a bit. He's all the time in the world to have a little, foot roll, bring the ball down and let his mate come from behind, back him up. He loves it when his mate comes from behind and do an overlapping run. Is it going to make any difference to what this guy does? If this guy moves and doesn't, if the defender moves with a runner, you can tell he's terrible. If he stays with the ball, he's doing all right job. Oh no, he goes again. You know they're poorly coached. Okay, watch this guy here. He's every single time he's gone, and his coach has been working on the training field. He's gone, oh, yeah, go with the runner. Look, if this guy just actually does his job and goes straight to the ball, he wins the ball here. Watch. He runs past it. Here we go. In he comes. Boof. He runs past the ball. I don't know how these guys are I know how they're Premier League footballers because they've been told so wrong. Look, he's tracking the runner, and what he gets to do is like all the other idiots. Yeah, but I followed my man. I tracked the runner. No one cares, bro. The ball is right there. All you have to do is tackle the ball. He runs past the ball. Boomf, past the ball. Oh my God, the ball's behind me. But he's following the runner like a little lapdog because he's been coached to follow the runner. He hasn't been coached what the first problem is, which is always the football. He doesn't know that. So what he's doing is he's following the same way he's been told over and over and over and over again, do this, do this, do this. One of the worst things in coaching is when you have players that have been poorly coached. It's because what ends up happening is you cannot coach the bad technique out of them. You just can't do it. That's why there's some players that you just have flaws and problems that you can just never get rid of because some coach has told them the wrong thing. They've done it and now forever ingrained. You can never try to teach them or tell them what they're doing is absolutely idiotic. They're just following the player, not watching the ball. That's a classic example right there. Whack! Oh, his little dinosaur hand's going to save it? No, he doesn't. Thankfully, the post is there. I don't know how Jordan Pickford's still a goalkeeper in the Premier League, but apparently he is. This guy's going away celebrating. He thinks he scored, and honestly, I thought he had two. These two having a bit of a chat about where they're going to play next season, because they're surely not going to be in the Premier League. Let's find out. Oh, boof. Ball's in the back of the net. Oh, my God. They've all switched off. When that ball's come out, everyone seems to have switched off. They thought the danger's over as soon as the ball's bounced off the post. No one's actually dealt with the danger. Matey's still walking. You know, the one that missed the ball earlier. Someone has to win the ball here. This is so bad. He's just so pissed off he didn't score that worldie. I don't blame him, to be honest. It's a good tackle there, and he smashes it into the bottom corner. And away they go. Let's have a look at the next goal. As you can tell, I never really watch these goals until I'm actually doing them. That's why I always end up going back and seeing a different camera angle and going, right, this is a better point, better angle to exasperate my point of what I'm trying to make. Look at how much space these players have got. Okay, but this is the player I want you to focus on, the guy that runs past the ball, because he's been coached to follow the runner and not identify what the problem is in the first place, which is the football. There we go. Full pace, still keeping his eyes on the player. Runs past the ball. It's just so bad. It is so that's the only problem here. That's the reason why they score. It's because that guy just runs past the football, tracking this man for some reason because he thinks he's going to do a pass. He thinks he's going to go and play him on the overlap. So he thinks he's being clever by already being there before the ball is. It's just terrible. It's so bad. We were talking about this, I think, in 2006, 2008, when all these new, coaches were coming onto the scene talking about football, and you started to see their teams, and they're running set plays and set things that they're doing over and over and over again in training, and they're ingraining these things into players, but the players don't actually understand why they're doing these things. They don't understand why the overlap is happening and why the space is opening up. So because they don't really understand it and they're just following what the coach's orders are, they make mistakes like this because they don't actually know how to play football. All right, let's go on to the next bit. Well, this is a bit of a long clip, so I'm going to have to do a lot of chatting in between it. So you can see Fulham here. They've got possession of the ball. First off, right now, if this is happening, I am screaming at you and I am screaming at you. You're facing the wrong way. I don't care if we've got the ball. You need to be jogging to here immediately. You need to be jogging to here. You need to be coming out here to give us some width. And you need to be actually paying attention and not like having a picnic. Okay, so what happens next is as we roll the ball on, bump goes on. Okay, he starts to go out perfect. Now, he should be screaming for the ball because he's got all the space in the world. I used to have a coach friend of mine. The amount of times you'd be screaming, left back, because the left back's wide open to play the ball out. That's exactly what needs to be happening right now. Not going to mention you by name. Plays the ball. Touch is terrible. When it's that far away from you, you're inviting someone to just nick it from you. You're inviting the challenge. That's just dangerous. There is a difference between running with the ball and dribbling. He's trying to run with the ball, but he doesn't know how. So he's ended up making this massive mistake, and it's just too far in front of him. That enables that. He ends up now having to play a 50-50 challenge for the player. He actually wins the ball. The Fulham player does and knocks it onto the Everton player. Well, all he should have done is pass it out to the left back, and they would have been gone down that side. All of a sudden, because that central defender, do you remember when I was yelling about that guy a minute ago to come over here and cover? That's what he needs to be doing. He should have already been there, already in his shape. So when anything breaks down, he's all ready to deal with it. You can't even see him on the screen. This guy's fucking. He's pissed. He's like, "You're a muppet, mate. How are you playing for me in the Premier League?" That's what he said right now. You're an absolute idiot. You lost the ball because your touch is terrible. On we go, on we go. He's done the pirouette. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, he's just done the pirouette. His body shape is wrong. So you can tell his body shape's wrong because he does a little pirouette and comes in and faces this way here. Whoop, there's the pirouette. Actually, it's not a bad one, to be honest. He's all right there. He shouldn't have. He should have just kept running back though, because he can't stand there and try to win the ball because he doesn't have a solid line behind him. Right. So if he's going to stand and win the ball, he's the point of pressure. You can only be the point of pressure when you've got players behind you that's providing you the balance. There isn't anyone behind him providing the balance for that point of pressure. So it's completely useless. Let's go on. Boomf. That's a nice little turn there. Two centre-backs now are squeezing in. Matey that was facing the wrong way earlier, who's kind of lazy, still keep being kind of lazy. If he was a little bit closer in, these two here would have closed that gap down, because they would have realised there's nobody out here, so there's no threat out here, so they could have actually got tighter together if 2 minutes ago, when they were out of position, and I wanted them 5 yards over, and both of them 5 yards over. I wanted them here in this shape when the ball was over here a minute ago before Matey lost it. If they were in this shape, it would have been much easier for him because he could have actually stood towards the ball, and he could have just come in and covered for him there easily. Doesn't though. Boom! Neither of them put any pressure on the ball, and he just gets a little free. Boom! Goal. He gets a free goal. Buy one, get one free. They're both trying to make challenges to stop the shot instead of putting pressure on the ball. It baffles me. It absolutely baffles me. It's not like they don't have time as well. Let's back it up a bit. Look, there he is. Right there. See, he doesn't want to go because, see that runner there? He can't go because of that runner there. But watch. As soon as that runner goes there, right, now he can go. Because if he goes, what he does, that's the pass. That's the pass there. If he starts coming there, he cuts the pass out. This guy's forced to come towards this guy, and that's where he wants him because that's where the other centre back is. This guy doesn't know quite what to do. You can see. Look, all he has to do is one step there. Sorry, actually, he wants one step there, and he's coming around, and he's winning that. He's winning that ball all day long. He doesn't. He just backs off, ends up doing nothing. He smacks the ball in the goal. All right, let's have a look at the next goal, see what we can find. Again, this is a bit of a better angle. You can see it right here. This guy here, he's isolated on his own. His mate is still walking back. You see, I wanted him back here ages ago. And he goes. Oh, he even opens up the space a bit for him, doesn't he? He takes steps backwards. That opens up this gap here. Oh, that's bad. Right there. He has to go. He has to go. He's got to trust his mate to come in behind him. His mate doesn't know what to do either. Look, his mate doesn't know what to do. Both of them don't know what to do. Simply there, two central defenders, no one going to the ball and putting pressure on means they get a simple goal. Let's get on to the next one and have a look. Here we are. We're picking up the ball with, I think it's Dan James. I think the little wee man used to play for United. And we're going to go on a little bit here. Let's put the ball inside. Little cheeky foul. From this situation, I used to laugh at this. It's a 2v1. Right, the ball is the most dangerous thing, but not in this case. If you're 2v1, if he's looking to play that ball with his arm like that, the space is the most dangerous thing. However, you must still pressure the ball because the ball is the most dangerous thing until it is played, okay, into the space. And it sounds like, wait, how can the space and the ball be the most dangerous thing? Well, they both are, okay? But you can see his body shape. You can see he's already passing the ball. You can see this guy's already backing up. But he's done the dance, hasn't he? Oh, my God. I swear there's no one in the Premier League that can coach football. No one. Like, genuinely. Look at this guy's body shape, okay? So he's facing the ball this way, and then he does his little whole pirouette to go this way. His body shape, he needs right foot, left foot, going this way. It doesn't matter if he's facing this way then, or he's facing this way. How are you in the Premier League? I have no idea. When you're flat like this, he's just going to play it past you because you're bad. Look, pirouette, stumble, because his body shape is not correct again. It's unbelievable how many times this happens in games of football. Ball fast, a great challenge, mate. Yeah. As you can see, the ball is coming into the box now. Everton and the masters of defending. That's why they've got such an excellent league position. He's not marking anybody. He's not marking anybody. He's not marking anybody. That's pretty good. And if he's marking, no, he's not. Not in the box. That is too far away. That is way too far away to be marking somebody in the box. Back post here. Have a guess what's going to happen. Someone's going to dive on the ground from Everton. I swear it. Oh, look at the space. You can build a house in there. That's awful. Look at that. Look at that. Actually, it's probably bigger than that. If we actually drew lines where the Everton players are not, 6-yard box. Oh, we can go all the way to there, to there, to there. Actually, we can keep going up there because there's no Everton player there. There's no Everton player in that space. None. It's just embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. It's a good little knockback, though. I'll be honest. Watch this little Willian knockback. There you go. Blumph. In comes the runners. Oh, look, there's another Everton player diving on the ground. Brilliant. You've done a great job, buddy. Done your team proud. You're on the floor at the end of the goal as everyone runs away and laughs at you for being awful at football. There you go. As I'm awful always at doing my videos, you can see that I've got another angle here, which I'm going to show you a little bit more of. And you can see how many people at Everton Football Club do not care. Look at them. They're just jogging slowly. Ever so slowly. There's 4 players there. I don't know what they're doing. It's terrible. Like, there's no reason there's 4 players on this side of the field at all. Well, technically 5. It's half their team. Well, 6. There you go. It's just terrible. There's nobody in the centre midfield. It's like, we don't need to play there, boys. Nothing bad will happen. So when the ball drops, you can see there's no one in centre midfield. So if I'm drawing that line again of where are the Everton players, from the 6-yard box to the halfway line in midfield, there's no Everton players. None. That's impressive to be that terrible at football. I mean, that is a very impressive thing. Let's get on to the next goal. All right, this sums up how bad Everton are. It's kind of a mixture of the first and second goal, where the first one was just a long punt down the field, controlled, not... Look, disinterested, disinterested. And here we go. There's the ball. What's going to happen here? Oh, look, there's another player walking, stood there doing nothing. Dude, you've got to get back in here. You have to. I'll tell you why right now, because you expect him to do his job and you need to be covering the space. Let's have a look what happens, though. As the ball drops, there's an ex-Man United guy. Oh, if he misses it, that's probably why he's not playing for United, because he's terrible at the football. And he's done absolutely nothing, which he doesn't have to do because he's playing against Everton. The Everton defender's gone, no worries, mate. Here, have the ball. Okay, so thank you very much. And he smacks it in the goal. Yes, that actually happened in the Premier League game right there, where the ball bounces. Not only does the one player here is so bad he misses it, the other player pays no attention to him missing it, lets it bounce off him, and then they kick it in the goal. That actually happens. Look. No, I'm terrible. No, I'm terrible. No, ha ha ha. And Jordan Pickford comes along and goes, no, I'm more terrible. Yeah. That's just awful. I have to end this video because I'll be talking for 5 days about how bad these football players are. I have to get out. I'll see you next time.